Hello, fellow future enthusiasts. On Demystifying, we do deep dives on science, futurism, and speculative technology. My name is Thor, and I will be your host today. The story of disclosure is ongoing, with long-anticipated events finally being realized. What's changed since the last time we talked? The definition of UAP has widened from unidentified aerial phenomena to unidentified anomalous phenomena in accordance with the National Defense Authorization Act. This expands the study of UAP to also include phenomena active in the oceans, in space, on land, and between these domains. The funding bill, HR.7900, introduces a 4.6% increase in pay across the board for all employees of the defense services, as well as an additional $45 billion more than was requested by the DoD to cover inflation and to provide more funds for the National Defense Strategy, a plan to reorganize policy and strategy of the armed forces, which started in October of 2022. Few pieces of legislation have been considered as important to the ongoing process of disclosure as HR 7900, a bill originating in the House Armed Services Committee. Among authorization for military spending across the board, one section in particular has been highlighted since the bill first appeared, Section 1663, Unidentified Aerial Phenomena Reporting Procedures. This portion is designed to extend legal immunity to military service members who have prior experiences they cannot discuss due to their sensitive nature and security background. The bill contains more than just procedure. It has renegotiated the legal precedent for speaking about previously classified material pertaining to UAP-related events, as well as some security topics relating to nuclear industry. For those keeping up with the story of disclosure, it might seem obvious why nuclear energy is being addressed here. Recently, and in the past, UAP have been documented at research laboratories and staging sites for nuclear weapons. Getting whistleblower protection into congressional legislation is important in of itself, since we need Congress to be meaningfully inquisitive about UAP transparency. But it's also important to get this legislation passed, not just written. For years, those involved with the topic have stressed the importance of protection for UAP whistleblowers, who typically have few incentives to speak of their accounts in public. The bipartisan cooperation on display here is noteworthy. Front and center to this legislation is the instruction to fund a new organization responsible for handling all UAP reporting in the armed services. This not only means whistleblower protection, but also a place for future reporting to be handled and officiated. Related to HR 7900 is S4503, which is a bill authorizing funds for the intelligence community. Importantly, this bill is seeking to bring transparency to several named organizations, which are most likely to have confidential secrets they keep from the federal government due to agreements with private groups or other agencies. The Director of the Office, the Secretary of Defense, and the Director of National Intelligence shall jointly establish a core group within the office that shall include, at a minimum, representatives with all relevant and appropriate security clearances from the following: the CIA, the NSA, the Department of Energy, the National Reconnaissance Office, the Air Force and Space Force, the Defense Intelligence Agency, and the National Geospatial Intelligence Agency. So this means an organization called the Core Group, consisting of representatives from each listed office, will be responsible for discovering UAP-related data in each of their respective agencies. It will be interesting to see who is chosen to fill these positions, since it will reflect the most trustworthy people that the US government recognizes. There is also discussion of formulating scientific objectives for studying the phenomena and placing this effort into the right priority slot to make meaningful progress. This distinction is very important, since we've had many federal efforts to investigate UAP with no results due to little interest, limited resources, or a lack of focus. The notion of groups within the Pentagon obtaining material evidence and outsourcing its analysis to private industry has been discussed officially and is more than speculation at this point. For example, Congress has scrutinized a transcript of a meeting between Eric Davis and Admiral Wilson, where it is alluded the Pentagon was once in possession of such material but no longer is. Quote, Miller knows what I did in Pentagon Records group search, but no more. Miller can make a good educated guess on who, contractors, has alien hardware. Miller can also give good advice on which defense companies to look at. That's all he knows. Representative Gallagher from Wisconsin spearheaded key questions in the UAP Task Force public congressional briefing, continuing this work by presenting several specific additions to the bill. These include identification of non-disclosure agreements. According to this language, all undocumented NDAs enacted within these agencies or between individuals will be nullified and must be recorded. This means anyone who has information on private ownership of material will be able to discuss them without legal repercussions. Disclosure is in full force, and this bill is a historic document. What the future holds is the grandest mystery ever faced by human beings. Thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed today's update. Leave a comment with any questions or statements that you have, and please like and subscribe to help grow our audience. Thank you.